welcome out to another intro, but I have a quick little video today because I don't know why this didn't take me a long time. What I also have is an unreasonable fear today that my microphone will not work because the light, right as I was about to record, started flickering. So I'm like, don't do this, don't do it to me, don't do it now, and I keep looking at the light. So if I sound a bit distracted, I'm looking at a light. Yeah, so what are we doing today? We are continuing, finally, our base game only zoo. Meaning this is a build where I'm only using pieces and animals and everything from just the base game. And if you ever catch me use something else, then feel free to let me know. I will say that later on within this video, I will use something from the aquatic pack, but I caught it later or off camera, I'm not sure. But I removed it, so... Actually, right now, you can see me place the waterfall, and that was not okay because that is from the aquatic pack. But I removed it later at some point, so don't you worry. We're still, to my knowledge, we're still in base game territory here. So, yeah, that's good. So, I realized that probably I should every now and then upload it to the workshop to see that it actually does not show up with any pieces from other packs than the base game, because I don't want that, and I figured, you know, it will be way harder to go through it and find out once it is done and find out which one piece I might have used, especially with the with all the foliage work. I think that will suck, and I'm kind of scared now that it already happened. I've already unknowingly used something from other packs, but let's just hope I didn't. So I will probably do that at some point. Anyway, what we're doing today is we are continuing our bear trail. And if you haven't seen the first few videos on this, this is actually a sort of part of our zoo where the 4 bears from the base game are put in. I made an oopsie and said in the last video that the panda is not a bear. But it is. So it is included in the bear trail. And yeah, we kind of did some terraforming beforehand. I didn't record that because I switch it around a lot, especially because, you know, we put in another animal in here, which wasn't planned previously. Meaning the panda won't be in the bear house, but as this is not visible to visitors, I don't really care. It is more for the keepers. It's an indoor section. I cut out a lot of building this indoor section for these bears because we've already done them with the Himalayan brown bears, and it's pretty much the same. I will probably show more when I do it for the grizzlies because I'm planning to have the grizzlies actually have a water section indoors, but yeah. So for these guys, what is basically happening is pretty much just the outdoor section. I will show some of the interior of their indoor part, but it's not exciting by any means. The outdoor section is way more interesting because this specific piece of the bear trail is pretty much visible from all angles. There are some breaks in it, so we break the view of the people through just some foliage work, but they have a lot of viewpoints into this outdoor thing, so it had to kind of look good from every angle, which is more of the challenge that I had with this. And I still do think that in the end it looks zoo-ish, which I was surprised with. I kind of anticipated that this was going to look a bit unrealistic for a zoo, but I think it kind of still has a zoo vibe to it, which I'm very pleased with because I honestly at this point thought like, okay, this is going to be the very unrealistic part, but it's fun to build. Speaking of which, I do think that this is getting kind of repetitive at this point, at least for me. For some reason, building for the same type of animals so many times in a row. I mean, this was just the second time, but I have prepared this bear trail thing, and then I built one bear and then the other one, and now I kind of think that for the next video of this base game series, we will do maybe the food stands or something. We still have a food stand that we have to do. There's still something that we have to add on the other side of this, so we might take a break from the bear trail for 1 or 2 videos before we continue here. Yeah, so that'll just probably happen. But yeah, we'll definitely come back to it, but I don't want like 30,000 bear builds in a row. So yeah, but good news is I have pretty much the next few days cleared out to just playing this game, which I'm so excited about. It sounds like I have nothing going on, and honestly I don't, but I actually like purposefully made it so that I have nothing else going on, because I really am so excited about the game lately. I have so much fun with it, and I have so much fun with the channel and recording. So I don't know, I'm all around excited. So I'm actually really good with having not much else to do this week, but so I'm excited to kind of get back on pre-recording as well, because I find that it is less stressful when I know that I have some stuff in the back already, because the last few times it was more like on the day that I was about to post, I was still finishing up the build, which I try to avoid because that stresses me out so much, because obviously the building part is the part that takes the longest, and I never really know how much time to plan for editing, because sometimes I feel like it's super fast. Like this one was super fast because it was also not much footage, but I pretty much right away knew what I wanted to cut out, what I needed, blah blah blah. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have to rewatch it and redo it and kind of switch around some of the timeline, because it gets confusing because I switch back and forth between stuff a lot. I've said it again. I've said it before and I'll say it again that I am not the most concentrated person, so I keep switching between different things. However, I do have to say that recording actually really helps my productivity. And perfect segue, Pearly, a dear longtime viewer and commenter, asked me to talk about how I keep inspired and how I keep on the roll of things, and I will talk about it, but not in this video. I've already decided that, because this is a very short video. So when I was done editing, I was like, okay, there's no way I can squeeze all of that into 10 minutes, because I know me, I need my time to ramble, and by the time that I actually get to a point where I get to talk about a real subject, the video is done. So I decided on having a rambly episode here, and just Pearly, I hear you. I will definitely do it in a video that is a bit longer and gives me some more time to talk and also ramble. So yeah, like I said, we are building the interior thing. This is pretty much the same as it was for the Himalayan brown bears, so not crazy, nothing new. I'm not sure this interior also makes that much sense. There's some like ways for them to walk around, and like, I don't know, you'll see it in the real-time part. I don't know, I'm not the most excited about these interiors for some reason. I generally actually like interiors, but for these I'm just like, whatever, they're there. It's not that I want to do better, it's just that I'm like, oh, you know, I don't know, I feel like at some point interiors kind of get boring to build. Not really. Sometimes they're really much fun. I think interiors that are made for guests to view, they are so much fun, but the backstage stuff is pretty much always the same, because it is not meant to look good. It's not meant to, it's just meant to function. And so I think that this interior stuff can sometimes be not that much fun to build, because it's not, like, I like the design aspect of this game, and it doesn't really challenge it too much when design and how the way that it looks isn't really playing into how it is done, if that makes sense. But I don't know, they also need to be done, and I really like that they are like sunken into the ground here. That is my favorite feature of this, and I am still so happy that I came up with that idea when I originally built the first episode of this little bear trail, because yeah, I've said it before, but these are kind of consecutive videos of a bear trail. In the first video we are building this whole house and indoor section, and there will be an episode later at some point where we will finish it up, because it doesn't have a roof yet, because I knew that I would have to do individual interior for a bunch of the bears actually. So yeah, that will happen at some point, not now, but at some point. And yeah, I think that we're almost done. Not really, but oh my god, it's very random. But right here, I made a pin board. I've never done that before, and I will totally save that as a blueprint for myself. But if you want it, let me know, because I figured, like, why have I not done pin boards before? Like, they make sense. And yeah, I will. And I also want to say that this week I am not just planning on pre-recording stuff. I'm also planning on getting some blueprints done. Tomorrow I will actually take a lot of screenshots. I've already planned it from my blueprints, ideas, stuff, and also like screenshots in general. Because ideally, I also want Instagram to get going. So very busy week for me and Planet Zoo here. But oh my god, we're already done. We are going to go into the real-time part. Okay. Hello. Okay, we're starting kind of weird today. We're starting with an overview. So this will be the entire bear trail, and this is the trail that the people walk. Not very trail, I know, it's wooden planks, but here's the rest of the zoo so far. And then this is the Himalayan brown bears. This is the Formosan black bear that we've built for in this video. Then over here will be the grizzlies, and then down here will be the pandas. So as you can see, this one is entirely surrounded by the path, and this is the house. So that's kind of all I wanted to show you from up here. And now we can actually go down here into the explore camera and unpause the game too. So this is the walkway, the trail, if you will. Over here, that's the fence to the Himalayan brown bear. And over here, that is the Formosan black bear. We continued this wall around, and I think we will kind of use this for all of the bear enclosures here, because we used it in the first one and I liked it, so we're gonna stick with it. And yeah, this is kind of a bit of a water area that they have. It's actually, there's a tunnel through here. I don't know if they do dive through it. That would be pretty cool, but I don't think they will. But yeah, technically they could be going underneath. This is what I mean with kind of like breaking up the viewpoints every now and then. Obviously here, the same thing too. You're not really intrigued to look over, despite, you could, but you're more like directed towards this section here. So you go over this bridge. These things are so crazy. They're always like dancing out. I really like this view. You don't really expect that this is their way to go inside, but I really like this view. Even though you kind of see a lot of enclosure stuff, if that makes sense. I usually quite like the ones where you kind of forget for a second that you're in a zoo. So yeah, we look over here. And then this section is still kind of up for change, because over here we will have something for the grizzlies. But yeah, looking over here. This is the cave I was talking about. There's some water down here. There's another black bear. Oh, there's 3 of them. So they can't technically climb this, which surprised me, but they can. So this is kind of my favorite view, because all of the height elevations here. Are you going for a swim? So here I kind of sticked with the thing that I said I was going to do, which is use more just like plainly visible fences, because I felt it was kind of unnatural that I never show fences, because it is a zoo after all, so there's a lot to be some fences. Then there's this viewing area. I wish that I could have done this differently without this without this barrier or railing or whatever, but it came down to a very weird I think it was up to here or something that there would have been this, because this is where one path segment ends, and then also like here, I think. So that kind of sucks. I wish I could have gotten rid of this, but it's okay. And then yeah, this will be, dedicated to the pandas. And then we're already done again with our bear trail. So this part right here will, oh, hello. This part right here will be dedicated, not dedicated, this would have like a archway or something that will say something like bear trail, like a fun thing, maybe even a building that you walk through, something like that, to let you know that you're into like a special section of the zoo. And then over here, obviously, we will need another animal that, we can have over here. We've already prepared it with a little entrance, so it can't be a super huge animal because the other side are the artworks. So I kind of want something that sort of fits them as a neighbor, but that is for later to think. And then I think the next episode we will just do this small little section with a food stall or something to sort of not do bear enclosures for 1,000 episodes. What are you doing, sir? Okay. So yeah. Oh, wait. We totally forgot the indoor section. Okay. Alright, let's go back down here. We've seen the indoor part of this before, but this is actually on the lower deck, so we're not going up the stairs. Wait, unpause this. We're not going up the stairs now. So this is the indoor part. Obviously, this will get a roof later on, but not for now. So this is the board I was talking about. If you want it, let me know. And yeah, very standard indoor section right here. And this is where the keepers... I forgot to do something about the door. Okay, I'll do that later. But yeah, well, pretty plain down here. Nobody sees it. So yeah, this is a huge staff area. If you've not seen it again, the first episode of the Bear Trail, I'll build all this. So this is the upstairs area, and we're kind of clipping through the floor here, but you have a look down into this section, and I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's actually go back to a nicer view, not a staff area, but the bears. Where is one? Hello. Alright, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed the bear trail. I hope that you're still excited for us to switch it up sometime and then go back to it. If you are, let me know. If you're not, well, also let me know, but be nice about it. So, yeah, I hope to see you around another time. Bye!